Yep, this is the most I've beaten my shit in a while, bro. Look at my physique, bro. I've gotten fat. I don't know, bro. It's been a been pretty bad moments of my life right now. I don't know, man. I'm not in the best state of mind. I haven't really been working like that hard. I just been like going through the motions of life, especially in these last few years. I just been kind of going through the motions. Like if I go back like a year ago from now, like I bet you life feels almost the same. I have been in a really bad state, bro. I'm so mad, but I gotta continuously, constantly grind. Bro, this is the most corn I've ever watched in like a while. In fact, this is probably the most corn I've ever watched. Bro, I like last night. I literally like beat my shit 3 times in a row. It's crazy, and like, I'm like, damn, bruh. Holy, like I'm falling off. I'm going down, but I don't really want to sit here and just rant about that. What I mainly want to talk about is what's kind of like been happening this whole time on self improvement, and I feel like the main thing that's been happening this whole time on self improvement is the removal of the negative aspects of life, and that's it. I think that that's the main thing because, for example, like instead of you sitting here getting mad that you beat your meat 3 times, your body will naturally be less mad that you have beat your meat. And that's what I'm starting to notice and understand is that I don't have that same level of like regret and anger I would get when I would beat my meat. I don't have the same level of regret or anger. And it's like back then, like I remember, like bro, even if I would like, how I would say like somewhere around like 2020, 2021-ish, 2020, yeah, like somewhere around there. I remember even if I'd see like a glimpse of ass, I would just get like, bro, like mad kind of like, and it's just crazy. Man, I've been feeling a little different on this self-improvement stuff. I can't lie. And I'm not going to sit here and say that the information on self-improvement is cap or anything like that. No, I feel like the people who have came before us, like real before us, like those like back in the day niggas, you feel me? Those guys, they really just they didn't understand this shit that well. I feel like they didn't understand this too well. And I feel like most of the advice that they have told us wasn't it helps and it's great for in a philosophical way, but I don't think it really like aligns that. I don't think they figured out the main things about this self improvement stuff. Because to be honest, I'm then there's a video coming out very soon. It's gonna be like these anti self improvement videos must be stopped. And to be honest, some of the advice that they say in that, I feel it's true. Some of the things that they say, like their talking points, it's very true about self improvement kind of ruining your life in a way and giving you this false sense of reality, which is pretty true. But at the same time, I mean, like you kind of need that false sense of reality to get out of the terrible reality that you were once in. So, I mean, like, bro, can I really get mad at those people? I mean, we were just working with the cards we were dealt with. It's pick your poison at that point. I mean, because you either have to pick your poison of, oh, I either stay the loser I am and, destroy the world, or I become, someone who is a little bit messed up, but a successful person and like good enough to like help. It's weird. You're in a kind of a very weird situation. And it's a little crazy. Man, yeah, self-improvement, most of the things that I've learned from it, I'm not going to lie, it has left me, but one thing that I've been noticing, and there's something that Alex Hormozy says, is that self-improvement isn't about learning. It's about being reminded. That's the main keys about self-improvement. I think that that's the hardest thing in the world because as I went on with this self-improvement stuff, bro, I can't even lie to you. Like the beginning things, to do those beginner things, it's not even pride. It's not pride at this point. It is just straight up the hardest thing in the world. Bro, I would say in like the last few months, or like, man, I'd say even in like I think, yeah, like the last few months, the longest streak, the last few years, I don't think I've cracked 40 days. I don't think I've cracked 40 days. I think the longest in the last few years I've went, like in the last 2 years, I've went 2.5, almost 3 years. Like the longest I went was like 34 days or something. I think. I don't even think it was. I think it was like that, bruh. Really, like damn, it was like 30 days. Like, and I'm just like, damn, bruh, I can't even crack 60 days no more. You know what I'm saying? And it's due to because I have an Achilles injury. I can't really work out that hard, and I never got surgery. But even then, like, it's like, damn, man, this self-improvement stuff, man, it never got easier. And also with eating too, I got fat. So it's like, I feel like self-improvement has just kind of like not ruined, but it just destroyed our feelings of regret towards bad things we have done. And it kind of lets us think about ourselves in a better way to constantly push forward towards the future. Because sometimes when I do the basic stuff, it feels very easy. But sometimes when I do the basic stuff, it feels very hard. So I'm not too sure about all that. It's just a little kind of crazy. But yeah, man, this is the most corn I've watched. It's really disgusting. To those men who keep doing this stuff, guys, I please, cuz I was a guy, I never really watched corn like that, but I would say in the last 2 years, this is the most corn I've ever watched in my life. And it's only been like, I would say I've only watched corn all my life, like maybe like less than 300 times. But like, I mean, like last night, bro, like I was just, man, I watched corn for a little bit, then I went on like TikTok, and yeah, I don't, yeah, that was ass. I gotta delete that app off my phone, man. Yeah, when it comes to talking to females though, like, or like talking to people, or like losing confidence, I feel like that doesn't happen. But what does happen with like all that type of stuff is that with women, it's like my mind just like, okay, not even just women, but like in general, like if something slightly looks like ass, right? Or something slightly looks like tits, or like it's just like, oh my God, like did I just see ass or tits? Like, no. I probably saw like, I don't know, like a fucking plush toy or something. Like I saw something else. And that's like something with self-improvement. That's like something with the porn shit that's like really bad. Is I don't think it's really like the confidence, but it's the amount of like hypnotization that it brings towards your mind. Like you can get fooled into anything thinking it's ass, tits, vagina, dick. Like you could get fooled into anything, man. It was just like, oh, what does this look like? It's like now you're thinking wrong, and it's like, damn, oh shit, that's not ass or tits or dick or vagina. Like that's just a fucking line on a paper. Like yeah, and you're like, dude, my mind is just completely destroyed. So yeah, that's it, man. And and even right now, I'm kind of getting some urges, but it's like, man, I feel like you can't be happy with these types of things. And I feel like that is something that has truly gotten me on self-improvement, is that you can't be happy jerking off, man. You can't be. That shit is not okay at all by any means whatsoever. So it feels like, and that's another thing. It's a Zen I think it's something in Zen, but it's like when I saw mountains, when I first studied mountains were once mountains, waters were once waters. But when I studied them a great deal, mountains did not become waters. I mean, mountains were not mountains, and waters were not waters. But then, after a great deal of like, I forgot how it went. I forgot how it went with Alan Watts. But if I'm gonna just pull up the video clip and just keep it on there and let it play out, and that will end the video. Cause yeah, But anyway, I think that's all I gotta pretty much say. Yeah, this is the most corn I've ever watched. This is not good at all. Don't do what I did. This is really bad, and yeah.
And so there's this great Zen saying. One of the old masters said, "When I was a young man and knew nothing of Buddhism, mountains were mountains and waters were waters. But when I began to understand a little Buddhism, mountains were no longer mountains and waters no longer waters." In other words, when one starts scientific and philosophical inquiries, everything gets explained away in terms of its causes or other things that go with it. Or one sees that all the things in the world, what we think are separate things, are as things illusions. There is nothing separate. So, but he said at the end, but when I had thoroughly understood, mountains were mountains and waters are waters.